Jai Hind everyone. Today we will discuss the phase 1 testing which is conducted in the service selection boards. The phase 1 testing has been introduced from the year 1999 and the aim of that phase 1 testing is to eliminate the clearly below average candidates who report at the service selection board. Now, OIR test has always been conducted even before 1999 and the same will be conducted during the phase 1 testing, and the second portion of the phase 1 testing is called the picture perception and description test. Now, this test has got two aspects in it. One is the story writing portion and the second portion is the narration cum discussion phase. Now, these are the two phases in this, and now this is used as a screening test by the service selection boards as I mentioned. Now, the first portion, which is called as the story writing, in this you will initially be shown a picture which will be hazy and you will see that picture for about 30 seconds. Thereafter, you will be given 1 minute to think about the action portion of it. And during this time, you will also write the main character, the age of the various characters you have seen. You will also mention it in the sheet of paper which is given to you, and thereafter you will be given 4 minutes to write a story. In this, remember that the action which you mention will be explained by you in the form of what has led to the situation, what is happening right now, and what is the most likely outcome as perceived by you. Now, when you see a particular picture, now you will have to remember that, try to observe the picture when you are given the time of 30 seconds. Look at that picture, see the number of characters, their age, their sex, mood, what you think has led to the situation, what is happening right now, and what is the most likely outcome as perceived by you. Okay, now once you write the story on the picture which has been shown to you, thereafter this will be the format in which it will be given, and thereafter you will be taken up for the discussion phase. Now, in the discussion phase, you may be given a little bit of time wherein you will be proceeding from the hall where you have written the picture story, and thereafter you will go to the hall, and in the hall you will be divided as you must have been briefed. Like, there will be about 15 to 16 candidates who will be seated in a U-shaped format, and then the GTO will be giving you the briefing on what is the task which is ahead of you, and he will also tell you what are the aspects which you should keep in mind. Now, while doing this, he will brief you in the following manner, wherein he will tell you that you will narrate individually from chest number 1 to chest number 15 or 16 or 18 or whatever is the case, and thereafter, as soon as the last candidate finishes his individual narration, you are then required to discuss among yourselves again on the number of characters, their age, sex, mood, what you think has led to the situation, what is happening right now, and what is the most likely outcome as perceived by you. Now, when this discussion is happening, remember the GTO's words that he will tell you that it is not whose story which matters, it is how fast does this group come on to a consensus, and one of you maybe will be telling the consensus which has been agreed upon or mostly agreed upon. Now, while doing this, as I told you, in the individual narration, follow the briefing, and thereafter, once you see, there are certain points which I want you to adhere while doing the individual narration. Now, the first one is speak clearly and don't hesitate. Secondly, there is a time constraint. Remember that. Do not beat around the bush. The third aspect is don't try to refer to your sheet. And when someone else is narrating, try to listen to that person rather than trying to look at someone else who is keeping quiet, or maybe the assessors who are sitting in front of you. Listen to others is very, very important, because if you do not listen to others, you will not be able to participate in the discussion properly. Thereafter, remember that the time for discussion immediately starts as soon as the last candidate finishes. Now, while the discussion is happening, try to initiate the discussion. Try to be a person who is starting the discussion rather than waiting for others to ask you to speak. Thereafter, make eye contact with the candidates and listen to the others' viewpoints also, so that you can make a particular consensus. Avoid unhealthy discussion and kindly maintain discipline, because you are under direct vision of the assessors who are going to give you the marks or assessment. Thereafter, remember that the aim of the discussion is to arrive at a consensus. If you keep these points in mind, you will find that you will be able to make a mark in the group. Another aspect which you must remember is, don't try to fight saying that it is my point or my point. Because when the story is being discussed, if you write some unique story wherein you will find that others have to accept your story, and if you write some story which is offbeat, the others may not be able to accept it. If you like the video and if you want more of it, kindly share, comment and subscribe our channel. And if you have any doubts, you can view our Telegram channel. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.